Hi and welcome back. My name is Mary Calhoun Brown. I'm the award-winning author of There Are No Words, and I'm here today to answer your questions. Should you have a question, you can send that to the following address. It's www.marycalhounbrown.com. You can go to the contact tab and ask your question. You may also email them at email@marycalhounbrown.com, and I'd be happy to answer them on the air. Today, as promised, it's taken me a little while to do it, but we're going to talk a little bit about mom bucks. And this is the mom buck that I've used before, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit about those. So, without any further introduction, let's see if we can get started. Okay, the question for today is, what can I do to get my children to be less reliant on electronic games, television, and computers? Summer is coming. I know it doesn't feel like spring here in the Northeast, but the flowers in my garden are sticking their tiny heads up above the ground to look around, and they're much more accurate than the groundhogs. So when we were kids, summer meant long days, laying in the grass, riding our bikes, hanging out at the pool, and catching fireflies at night, or maybe playing flashlight tag with a friend or a neighbor. Cartoons were only shown on Saturdays and for about an hour after school back in those days. And everything else was 3 channels of Bonanza or The Lone Ranger or, God forbid, Lawrence Welk. Today, my boys can watch cartoons 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on several different channels. They can tune into the Discovery Channel anytime. And when they get bored with TV, well, they can play video games in high definition. None of the bland Atari ping pong that captivated me back in the day. I mean, have you seen these games? You can turn up the invincibility of your hero, adjust the slam dunk ability of your NBA team, and create the speediest wide receiver in the NFL. So after about 17 uncontested touchdowns in a row, video games are going to lose their luster too. It's a good thing there's Facebook and YouTube and Google Earth, and by the time you're finished with all that, probably something's good on TV once again. If I get one question more than any others from parents, it's how do I unplug my kids? I've tried many options with my boys, and not all of them work. There have been days when I've locked them outside. We put a mini fridge out in the garage and filled it with drinks and told them to entertain themselves outside. But moments later, there's always that knock on the door, can we come in yet? So anyway, a couple of years ago, I was seriously fed up with the boys always being plugged in, so I invented mom bucks. And for every hour they stayed unplugged, they earned $1 in mom bucks. And if they decided to use that hour helping out around the house, they could earn additional mom bucks. I created a chart of mom buck earning opportunities for them, and it seemed to work out okay. The mom bucks were redeemed for TV time, computer time, and gaming time. They could be accumulated and traded to go to the movies or to the wave pool. And once or twice, an enterprising young boy convinced me to exchange them for cash so he could purchase something that he really wanted. Overall, our adventure with mom bucks has been a positive one. The boys learned to better manage their time. My, how time does fly when you're plugged in. And they realize the value of helping out around the house. I'm always amazed to see what projects they invented while outside. The stick fort, the sand pile zoo, and the destruction of an old stump have been a few of my favorites. I'd love to hear from you about methods that you've used to get your children to unplug in the summer and enjoy the outdoors. So again, I'm going to give you the link. You can send your question to www.marycalhounbrown.com or email at marycalhounbrown.com, and I'd love to hear your question. Thank you for tuning in today, and I'll see you next time.